Well, hello, guys. Welcome back. I want to first off thank all of you that said all the wonderful supportive things. You were right, and I knew as soon as I made the video after, the videos kind of are like therapy for me. After I got all that on my system, I was like, yeah, I really have to work with Inari as long as Inari's going to work with me. And, take it from there. And Loki's been here today, but I love today was Inari's day. They are very worried about whether or not I eat. I don't look like I miss many meals, but my problem is I will get up some days and not feel too good, so I won't eat my breakfast, and then because I haven't eaten breakfast, I don't eat lunch. And then by the time it's dinner time, maybe I'm kind of hungry, and then I tend to eat like more junk food. So, I got up and I did not want like my like crackers or like not crackers, like those supposedly nutritious wafer things you get for breakfast. I didn't want those, and I had tea cake. The tea cake we made, and I had that with the last of the matcha tea. So I was feeling pretty good running around, and then I got a little hungry later on. So I made spam with rice, which I had been watching Toby Eats, and they had it with the nori wrap, and I was like, it looks so good. So I made that, and I had just like one. I'm like trying to eat like little smaller meals more frequently, and they convinced me to go up for burger. That's Loki's pronunciation, by the way. Wait, don't yell at me for saying that for nori. And we went up, and it's funny, young people today, I don't know if it applies to all of you, but the ones around here will not pick up change that they drop. I'm serious, they will not pick up change. So I found like $78 worth of change, and I'm like, this is definitely a sign for Minori, because they had sat me down, we had been planning stuff, and going over like my finances and stuff. I know this sounds weird to do with a commie, but this is what happened. And so, it was definitely a good sign, so I brought it back and I put it in the tray. I knew it was a gift from them to me, but, I put it in the tray so that it can give good blessings to the house. And I had found, I said on eBay, of a little tiny statue and a fortune slip. No, to me, the price was economical because somebody had to be living in Japan. These are Japanese company where the people live in Japan, and they either go to the shrine or they go directly to the people that sell these things, the fortunes and the little trinkets, but they go somewhere and they have to buy it and they have to ship it to you. So I'm like, that's pretty economical because, I'm not going to Japan, unfortunately. I'm not going to be buying a passport. I'm not going to be paying it, like, sometimes a shrine, I think I've been told some have entrance fees. So sometimes it's like 600 yen, like about $6 to get in, and then like 100 yen for your fortune sometimes, and then like maybe a couple hundred yen for like a small little charm. So it was pretty close, I felt, to what I would have paid. I mean, there's nothing to replace the experience of getting to go to an actual shrine, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm right now financially, I can't do it. I can't foresee me going to Japan in the near future, so I was like, this would be something I had wanted. I had kind of said I didn't want to go to a shrine, but it was like, I better not want to go to a shrine because I can't afford to. And what was funny is that at the end of Fox Love, the message is that once you set your mind to something, the universe conspires to make it happen. And I've noticed a lot of that lately. Stuff I've been interested in has come up. Like, I kind of had to make a choice last night. I could either have got the coaster you guys saw, or get a pinball arcade set. And I knew with the pinball arcade set, you got so many tables free, but then the rest were like pay per table. And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to like get into that expense right now. So even though it was on sale, I got the coaster instead, and I'm happy I got the coaster because it'll be improved over time. And even if it wasn't, I thought it was a really nice coaster because you can race on it too and do stuff like that. So we got that, and then it was funny. I saw those pinballs though because I'd been looking at them before, and Inari was like, "You have a choice. You can get one," and I chose a coaster. And then today I had the choice of, do I go ahead and get the $99 Amazon membership before they raise the price, or do I let being a Prime member go? And I had to think of it. So I looked around, because right now I'm into like buying Japan, snacks from Japan and that, and Japanese food. And I looked around at those prices, and those prices were really high, and it wasn't as many items as I first thought. And I looked around in the Prime Video, and unfortunately, Prime Video is getting pretty pricey. They say it's free, but now they have all these premium channels that just cost a couple bucks a month. I mean, how cheap are you? But yeah, if you want to watch HBO, that's something. If you want to watch this, they call it Asian Mix or something, whatever they called it. You have to pay a fee for that. So if you want to watch like all these specialized channels, you have to pay for them. You get maybe a lot for free, but if it's nothing that interests you and you have a particular interest, you now have to pay to watch that stuff. And I'm like, that's a little too expensive for me. It doesn't work out, because I wanted to watch this horror series. I believe it was from Japan. I wanted to watch it, and they're like, well, you have to take this channel on. You do get like a week free trial, but I'm like, no, I don't think it's worth it. I'm very leery of free trials because I've gotten burned by them before. So I'm like, no, I don't want a free trial. Thank you kindly. So I'm letting that go, and that's how I ended up getting the little Kitsune statue and the little fortune paper. Normally with these offerings, you keep them for a year, you get them in the new year, and you keep them for a year, and then you take them back to the shrine to have them burned. And what I could do is, this seller, if I would send it back to them, they would take it back to the shrine and have it burned. But I told Inari, I said, the only problem is if I get this, I know I can't have it burned. I can't. I'm like, I'm an American. We get really sentimentally attached to stuff. Like, if you see stuff, like old offering things that are like 30, 40 years old on selling eBay, it's probably a very sentimental American that got it. We're like, we understand the concept, but no, I like this. This is my tiny friend. You will not burn my tiny friend. And probably people who practice Shinto and Buddhism just shaking their heads because we're not getting that non-attachment thing. But it's something. I told him, I said, I'm so sorry, but I can't send it back to be burnt. I can't burn a tiny fox. I mean, I could burn normally you're supposed to send it and have a proper priest burn it, but I could burn the fortune on my own. But I'm like, he already knows if it's a really bad fortune, because you can get really bad fortunes, that thing is getting set on fire with gasoline. But if it's like a good fortune, we'll probably put it in a pretty frame and have it in the house forever. See, good fortune, you have to give it to me. So yeah, but it's been really fun and really relaxing because they make sure I eat. And it's really funny. They like coffee, so they make sure I get coffee and tea, because I've appreciated watching Tabi Eats because I'm learning about modern Japanese culture. Like, the last time I was exposed was like 20 years ago, and it's really different now. Like, they love coffee, and baseball is huge, and all the foods they get, like, from all over now, is like really cosmopolitan. There were traditional foods in ways too, but it's like really interesting, and I love certain parts of Tokyo and all the other, parts that they've traveled to. I tend to like to watch Japanese hosts only because, like, they can kind of explain stuff, where with American hosts, even though I like them well enough, we're kind of like really, we have no idea what we're doing. We just know it's pretty and it has kanji on it and we want it. And that's about as far as we go. There's like a mystery vending machine where it has weird stories written on it in, I believe it's written actually in kanji, not like the more advanced writing. And it's like, in kanji's like for children and people graduating from high school, because the language is hard to read in the traditional. Anyhow, It has this really weird story on the front, and you can pay to get it, and it's oh, Toby Eats got two of them, and they would not even read you the outside. They said that is nonsense. They would not read you that, and they said it's a very strange story, and they would not read you it. And they opened these boxes, and these boxes were like 1,000 yen, so like $10 boxes, and both of them had Kit Kats in them, and they were so mad. I think the one was Kit Kat actually, and the one was Pocky, but they were really insulted that they paid for the supposedly amusing story and the mystery and that. But I think they were kind of amused too, because it's a very clever way to get people to buy stuff. And I would go broke if I went to Japan. I would not even make it to the shrine. I'd be running around to like all the machines that have like the mystery stuff and all the capsule machines, and I'd be buying all this stuff, and it's like, where would I even put it? Because my house is pretty full. I like the fact that the kitsune I'm getting is literally like that big. So it's like ultra mini kitsune, like you could almost like put it on a cell phone charm. And so it'll be ultra mini kitsune, and I can just tuck her in, I believe, on the, I think there's still room. We can make room on the tray, and she can go there, and the fortune, hopefully, if it's good, can, if it's good, we can frame it, and I think Honori's back here. If it's bad, we're burning it. So yeah, um, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're just having a really great day, and Loki's been really happy because, every god has a different skill set with you, and Inari's skill set with me is different, so it's been, really good and really chill today. And if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And if I didn't thank you this time, thank you really for all the kind comments and the support. It really helped. It helps because when you go through periods of not getting feedback, you never know, are you doing stuff people even want to see? What are you doing? So I'm glad you guys have appreciated it and appreciated about hearing about Inari. You know how things are around here. For a while, Loki was back, and Loki was in church today, and we were doing Loki stuff. And we normally just like horse around, so it's not like I have anything to tell you about in a video. Like, you don't want to hear us, I'm supposing, about us like drinking coffee or looking out the window or doing stuff like that, but we never do like really profound stuff when we're together. We're usually just goofing off. And I lit the altar lights for Loki today, and attended to like the little altar here on the stove. But with us, we've known each other so long, it's really relaxed, and it's nothing you would even think of saying on a video. But I think that's why I like Toby Eats, because they do have this really sincere appreciation for everything, where Americans would be faking it because we take everything for granted. I mean, I feel so bad. Like, if they would have went to DQ, they would have been marveling over the bag and the paper. And it's like actual appreciation. It's not like stuff they put on. Like, they would have been marveling over all this stuff, and I'm American. I'm just like, give me burger. And I couldn't even tell you what language it was written in. I suppose it's English because I live in America, but I really have no idea. They could have snuck Mandarin in there for all the attention I paid. I know it's blue, white, and red on the wrapper, and I think it says cheeseburger, but I'm not sure. So yeah, but it's kind of taught me to slow down and actually look at things and appreciate things. I don't think I'll ever come on and be like, look at the cup of coffee. Isn't this a beautiful cup? It's made very well. And because that's not the American way. The American way is to take stuff for granted, and we all know it. We really take stuff for granted. We're like, psh, it's a cup. You gonna look at that cup? You admire that cup? You like cup art? I'll take you to the cup museum, okay? You want to go to the cup museum? That's sarcasm, by the way. Americans are like, what's your problem? So it's two very different cultures, but I've always appreciated that about Japanese culture, that they actually truly do look at stuff and admire it and admire how it's made and everything. Where in America, we tend to think that if somebody's acting like that, they're high on something. We're like, why are you so excited? And, we think it's weird to get excited and appreciate craftsmanship, unless it's a car. then you appreciate the craftsmanship because it's a car. But I hope you guys are doing okay. I have had green tea and I have had coffee, and you know, I had the spam with rice. I don't know if I told you that. I want nori wrappers so bad, but I did not get those. But it's kind of a weight off my shoulder having decided not to get the Amazon. I'll miss kind of having the ability to go in, try to look around Prime, but since they're starting to price everything out into premium packages, it's not worth it to me. And also, I'm like, well, you know, they're gonna raise it to like 112 in like a week or so. I'm like, for that amount of money, that's like a month's week of groceries, honestly. A month's week, a month's worth of groceries on um Walmart, depending on how careful and choosy I'm being. So, you know, I'm going to try to well, you know, I'm going to try to adjust when the 8th comes and there's no more Prime. Amazon will yell at me for a while, but I'll be done with Amazon after the 8th. I did order some Japanese bath salts, and I did order that set I told you from the shrine, but that's it. So, yeah, I know I'm always saying that's it, and then I'm coming back on, oh, by the way, I found this one thing. We had the whole saga today with the, sorry, grab a cup of coffee. We had the whole saga today with the $5 gift card. I literally spent a couple hours today looking around at Walmart for something for $5, and I realized that was kind of why I wish I'd kept Amazon. Because for $5 with a Prime membership, I could have got something decent for like maybe $1 or so more, and had it shipped to me for free. But with Walmart, I couldn't get anything on Walmart because they don't have a club like that, and you have to make like $35 orders. So I had to order from companies off of Walmart, and the problem with the companies off of Walmart was that either I didn't like what they had, or what they had was, you know, it wasn't like around $5. It was like 20, 30, 40 more. So I ended up getting a set of foxes that I don't know why, but I could feel Anari was really interested in them and Loki was interested in them. It's going to be like a small set too. It's going to be like the babies were that big and the mother's like maybe that big. So, I got a lot of foxes today. I'm gonna have foxes coming out of my ears. I don't even know where these foxes are gonna go, but that's why I ended up getting, and I'm like, I don't know. The next time I'm gonna have enough points to get a coupon, I'm gonna have to think long and hard and put something in my cart before I go get a coupon. I won't have the Prime membership, but sometimes you can shop on Amazon and get free shipping from a dealer. So I will be doing that. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I did not mean to make you 3 videos today. I did the 2 videos last night because I thought I would take today off, but I did want to thank you guys for the support. It really does mean a lot. If you're Patreon, that's coming up the first of the month, I believe they told me. So just to remind you and to again say thank you to you, I truly do appreciate you. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.